Max Rich with Totally Electric Guitars. Today, we are talking about kind of rhythm playing, like a type of like funk rhythm playing, but we're talking about using, triads and basically just like 3-note kind of clusters around the fretboard that help fill out or flush out like, a sort of rhythmic and moving comping pattern, because a lot of players, if you're playing like, a funk pattern or R&B pattern or, even like a rock pattern, a lot of players will stick to one chord, jam on that one chord, like if you're in G minor, you might go that sort of a thing and just kind of jam out on the chord, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. However, there are ways of moving about the neck using like neighboring chords to the root chord that you're playing, and using triads or inversions of those triads around the neck to help kind of create almost like a melodic feel, instead of maybe always going just by including that little F triad, I've created a whole different approach to this rhythm. Before it was just very static, and now it has some sort of depth because you're adding this major chord to to this like minor pattern, and it kind of brightens the thing up for a second. This. That can be very, sort of very one-dimensional, I want to say, because of the fact that nothing is changing within that. And most likely, on top of that, you have, a rather repetitive bass pattern, drum pattern, and everything as well. But by simply adding things like that, or little movements like that, you can really create like a lot of sweet movement and almost melodic direction within your rhythm playing. So you don't always have to be bored, say like, oh, I'm just playing a G minor chord. You don't have to do just that. You can do that, but you can do other things along with it, things like that, and that's all around that, G chord, so it's all going to be acceptable. The deal is, though, you have to learn what chords, what inversions, and how to properly voice lead them from one to the next, so you're not playing this one, and then maybe like where you're jumping all over the place, because that's not something you want to do. You want to have, like I said, a melody. So if you're playing, on that sort of a thing, I went, and all I'm doing there is just changing between 3 chords, between F, G minor, and C major. And you can, do that little concept all along the fretboard, and I'm going to show you 2 examples that outline this kind of playing, this kind of like dynamic, rhythmic playing, using this G minor idea or this G minor rhythmic pattern, and including some like B flat, F major type chords. So stick around.